watching this video, you are experiencing life with me, Ayana B, and I am back with another video. And before we start the video, I do want to let you guys know we are still making moves to end police brutality. There are so many things that are happening on concerning the movement. I know police brutality is a disease that continues to fester in America, and there are so many opportunities to make a difference and get involved. So I will be posting those opportunities in the description box below. Alright guys, so I don't want this video to be too long, so if I'm talking, I'm going to try to slow down but not to talk too slow. But I do want to have a little, lighthearted video because I know in this atmosphere it's really heavy right now. And I was thinking, okay guys, so middle school and high school, I had a lot of crushes and I learned some very great knowledge about relationships and love from those crushes. So I thought, why not drop some golden nuggets in this experience so you guys can have a better experience in life and don't have to go through the things I went through. So without further ado, let's get into this video. The first crush we have, we're going to call him Don. Yes, we're going to call him Don. We're going to have a nickname for all my crushes because you know what? Privacy. But let's give you a background story of Don. So Don was my best friend from kindergarten to middle school. Like, we were tight. We began being tight around like 3rd grade, but I'm gonna just say kindergarten and middle school. So we've been tight. We knew each other since kindergarten. He's always been my best friend. And I always, like, around the end of elementary school, I've developed a strong crush. I was like, oh my gosh, Don is so cute. Don, we're gonna call him Don. Don is so cute. Da, 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 da. Yeah, same schoolgirl crush. But one thing about Don, no judgment, but he was very disrespectful. He wasn't disrespectful to me, but he was very disrespectful to other girls and females. And I thought since he was respectful to me, then, he's just this great gentleman. He's just a great person overall because he's nice to me. It doesn't matter that he treats other girls and other people like crap and dogs on their physical appearance. But that's neither here or there, right? I didn't care. And I think what I learned about that, specifically his character and how he treated other people, I learned that you want a man of character. And even though I liked Don, it bothered me deep down that he really always focused on people's physical realm and how they looked on the outside, and he never really took into consideration their character. And it shows you, like, he was insecure about himself. He always found a way to, be mean to other people and belittle them. And those people, they're really insecure about themselves, and they're not people of character. And I'm not saying that they could never change, but I'm saying when you're looking for a partner, a person you want to be with to help you grow physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and all of those aspects, you want somebody of character who treats other people with respect, because not only are they a direct reflection of you, but how they treat other people, what's to say that they won't treat you like that? So that's what I learned about Don. One more thing that I learned about Don is a part of me was always waiting for him to tell me that he reciprocated the feelings. But deep down, I knew that he didn't, because he would always talk to me about other girls he was interested in. Look, ladies, fellas, if the person you're interested in talks to you about other people that they're attracted to, they don't like you. Like, they just don't feel you, because they wouldn't put you in a position to lose you. They wouldn't put you in a position where you would have to think, okay, hey, maybe they don't like me and I should move on, So look, like I said, I'm gonna say it one more time, because obviously I didn't grasp this in elementary, middle school, or high school. If they talk to you about other people that they're interested in, they don't want you. End of story. No periods, no buts, no what ifs, no Ayana, no. And if they try to make you jealous, then that's petty and that's childish. And you don't want no petty and childish significant other. But we're gonna move on from him because I'm getting emotional. Next. We're gonna call him John. The next crush, we're gonna call him John. John was in elementary. He was one of the few crushes I had in elementary school. I started liking him around 4th grade. Okay guys, it wasn't really that, I know these crushes wasn't that deep, but I still learned something. Now, John had anger issues, so I remember I wasn't in his classes specifically, but he would, people would tell me stories, like in class he would be throwing the chair across the room if he got mad. And like I said, I'm not judging anybody, and people can always grow, but still, I ignored that and I overlooked that because he told me I looked beautiful all the time. He said he liked my earrings. He was a charmer, right? And I was just geeked over that. The fact that, he uplifted me. He uplifted my physical appearance. I was like, okay, go ahead, John. But the thing is, I should have really paid attention to the red flags. And I think that that's another reason why relationships fail in this generation. I think people like Maya Angelou said, if somebody shows you who you are, believe them. He showed me who he is when he was throwing chairs, when he got angry, he got really disrespectful. So that just goes to show you that why wouldn't he do the same with me if he got angry or upset with something I did that didn't please him? So like I said, pay attention to the red flags. If they're cussing you out, if they're calling you out your name, if they're disrespectful to other people, and they're showing you their character, you got to believe them, and don't try to fall in love with the perception that you created in your head. And I did that a lot with a lot of my crushes. Like, I just ignored all of the bad stuff that they did just because I was focusing on the fact that we reciprocated feelings, or I liked him and even though he didn't like me, or things like that, you know, that dynamic. So where was I going with that? I was saying basically pay attention to the red flags, pay attention to the signs, guys, because if you really pay attention to those red flags and trust your gut and leave, it could save you so much pain, from abuse, from unnecessary heartache. Like I'm saying, a lot of people, a lot of women in my life I know have been abused because they ignored those red flags. They didn't pay attention to the signs of anger, to the signs of, you know, anger, you know, emotional inner problems. So make sure you pay attention. I'm not trying to go on a rant, but that's what I learned from John. Don't ignore the red flag signs. If he gives you any inclination that he's crazy, get out. Yeah, just get out. You don't want to put yourself in that position, because you deserve more, and you deserve a person that will, you know, treat you and uplift you and want to prosper you in every aspect of your life. Next, this was middle school crush. We're gonna call him Michael. So I really had a crush on Michael. Like, Michael was a strong crush. The only thing with Mike, there's really not a backstory to him. I thought he was attractive. He was funny in class. He was a class clown. And he was cute to me. So, you know, that was kind of the dynamic of a lot of my middle school crushes. But with Michael, I think I'm gonna say, what I learned from Michael is, if you're not confident in yourself, first of all, I feel like what I learned from Michael is you guys' priorities and the things you value, they don't all have to align, but a great deal of them have to align. You got to figure out what you're willing to put up with. And what do I mean by that? So, Michael was very materialistic. You guys know that time, that era in middle school, when you're with somebody, somebody texted me. You know that time and era when you are in middle school and everybody cares about the latest J's, the latest Nikes, the latest name brand shoes, socks, clothes, you know, name brand everything. And I was that kind of girl. I'm not gonna say I was like straight poverty, like living in that line, because compared to other kids in other countries, I'm well to do. But I will say that my mom didn't have enough finances to take care of, you know, trying to get me the name brand things. She had 3 kids and she had a lot to do, okay? She couldn't worry about things like that. And quite frankly, I really didn't care. Wow. I really didn't care. So, anyways, all that to say, he did. And he would always dog on somebody. He would always belittle somebody who didn't have the latest name brand, you know, shoes, the latest name brand clothes, whatever it may be. And I really didn't like that deep down, but I kind of ignored that because, you know, like I said, he was cute. I liked him. So like I said, it's important that you have to understand what you're willing to put up with. If you're a person who's not really materialistic, but your significant other is, and they do expect that and require that of you, because he wanted his girlfriends to match his fly and do all this stuff, which I couldn't. But I ignored that. If your partner or significant other, the person you're interested in, requires that, and you know you don't care about those things, or it doesn't align with you morally, then there's no point in trying to pursue it. I know that, like I said, people can change, but I do know that there is a person out there who shares your same beliefs, who share your same goals, not 100% the same, but are in the same direction that you're going in. And I don't ever want you guys, listen to me, don't ever put yourself in a position where you are settling just because you want somebody. And that is the golden nugget. If y'all remember nothing I told you, always don't settle. Do not settle, y'all, because there are like over 7 billion people in this world. Do not settle. Yeah, so that's what I learned from Michael. Whew, yeah, that's what I learned from Michael. And also being confident in yourself. Another reason why I didn't pursue anything with Michael, not that I should have because I was in middle school, but that's neither here nor there. Another reason why I didn't pursue anything with Michael, because I was insecure about myself, because I didn't have that name brand stuff. It's important that before you even get in a relationship, you're confident and secure in yourself, even if you don't really have, even if you're not aligned with what society thinks you should have in your external realm, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Okay, we got about 3 more, guys. So we're going to enter high school now. I'm getting excited about high school because high school is a hot mess. Freshman, sophomore year. So we're going to call this guy Carl. And Carl was one of my... Okay, let me give you a little backstory. So after I've been in the same district for a long time, like, so for elementary and middle school, I've been with the same people. So when I went to high school, I was like, I want to experience something new. So I went to a performing arts school. And I realized that I didn't like it. You know, I didn't like the vibe of it. The classes were really, really easy, and I wasn't feeling academically challenged, and I was just out of my realm there. So I decided to go back to my school, the school I was going to go to, where I would still know all the same kids again. So I transferred back to my school, and one of the first crushes I had, we're going to call him Carl. His name was Carl. He played basketball. He was really athletic, of course, a little cliche basketball story. He was really athletic. He was funny, he was attractive to me, and I just liked him. I don't know why I liked him, but I did. And we always just had this dynamic where he was always like Tom and Jerry, where he was always dogging on me. Like, I don't know what's up with me and these guys. He was just rude. He was like a bad boy, and I kind of liked that. I was attracted to that. Ladies, let me tell you, the bad boy thing, you'll get over it real fast once you mature. But he was just like really disrespectful to me, and he was one of the guys that was actually respectful to me. All my other crushes, they were disrespectful to other people, but not me. But this was the one, he was not nice to me. He was always talking about my external realm and something I need to work on or change on. And not even in a way where it's constructive criticism. He'll just be like, oh, you ugly, get out my face. You know, like things like that. But for some reason, I still liked him. Actually, let me tell you a little quick story time with Carl. I remember it was Valentine's Day. Oh my gosh, it was Valentine's Day, right? And you know, we've been flirting, even though for some reason, I don't know why I kept flirting with him, and he was flirting back with me. We're gonna call him Carl. And I remember Valentine's Day, I got him some Skittles, but I didn't give it to him because I wanted to know if he was gonna give me something first. So I remember when we saw each other, we were looking at each other, and he walked up to me and he was like, oh, you thought I got you something for Valentine's Day? Ha, no. Y'all, my little heart broke. It broke, guys. Anyways, all that to say, what I learned from Carl is you always want a guy who will treat you respectfully and worship the ground that you walk on, and is just really wanting to help and mend you emotionally, guys. You don't want a person that is the main reason for your sadness. If being around that person scares you and you're scared you're always going to be judged by them and they're not going to accept you for who you are, then I say leave, dip, get out of there, take a trash bag. Like, shout out to Bella Bars, that's what she said. She said take a trash bag and throw the whole dude away. Because look, you want somebody who's going to treat you respectfully, because you're in a relationship with that person and life is short and you want to enjoy that person and you want them to help you and uplift you and uplift you, okay? And Carl did not uplift me in any sort of way, okay? Y'all, the bad boy thing is not cute. I'm telling you, it's not cute, because even though he's attractive, even though bad boy's attractive, oh, he got charisma, he got charm, he's not going to help mend your heart. He's not going to help, you know, cause you to prosper emotionally. He's not going to help you grow spiritually, emotionally, physically, in all aspects of your life. Okay, without further ado, I'm getting emotional about Carl. 2 more. We're gonna talk about Bob. We're gonna talk about Bob real quick. We're gonna call him Bob. Bob, I think what I learned from Bob is, like I said, he was disrespectful. He wasn't that good to me. But I think he pressured me into doing, he tried to pressure me into doing things like sexually that I know that I wouldn't do. Not only because I had a close relationship with God. I was developing a close relationship with God. And I was reading my Bible and realizing how, what God calls us to be in relationships and keeping away from sexual immorality and things like that until marriage. Not that sex is bad, but outside of marriage, then that's not what God called us to do. Anyways, like I was saying, he kind of pressured me to do things. Like, he would try to, hey, you should do this for me, you should do this for me, do this sexual act for me, and I was really uncomfortable. And I think that a lot of girls, sometimes we get ourselves in this position of when we do things just because we want to keep the guy. But my thing is, the guy that's right for you, he will never try to push you out of your moral realm. He will never try to make you do anything where it would cause your integrity to falter. And I think that's kind of what I was experiencing with Bob a lot. He would constantly try to push me to do things that he knew I was uncomfortable with. And if I wouldn't, he would try to make me feel guilty. But luckily I had a God on my side that I was always telling me, whispering in my ear, leave him alone, don't do it, and I didn't. And I thank you. I didn't do everything great in that. We were in a relationship, but it was a crush dynamic. I didn't do everything great, but I did have God on my side. And I'm saying, I learned that the guy for you, the girl for you, they would never try to push you into something that you're uncomfortable with that will jeopardize your relationship with God and jeopardize your moral integrity. You want somebody who will always try to help you grow in spiritually, physically, emotionally. Like I said, physically, all those aspects. The person you're with is going to try to help you grow, because someone who loves you isn't going to do something that hurts you. They're going to want the best for you. And God was what's best for me, and he wasn't pushing me towards that. But I'm good now. I got God. Period. Anyways, the last one, we're gonna call him, I didn't make a code name. We're gonna call him Towel. Whew, sorry y'all, this video is so long. I just want to make sure y'all getting these golden nuggets. But oop, my video's darkened. Let's call him Towel. What I learned from Towel is, if the connection is not there, don't force it. I think that Towel, it happened after homecoming. I'm not gonna say which homecoming, but it happened after homecoming. And we were cleaning up and we started flirting. He was really attractive, you know, had all his teeth in. Woo! Towel was very beautiful to me. He's beautiful. Oh, he's a beautiful black man. But the only thing is, I think that we tried to build something off of that flirtationship. And by the way, this was in high school. We tried to build something off of that flirtationship that we had after homecoming. And I think that there was no connection there. You know, like when the conversations kind of seemed forced. I'm not saying all of them did, but a wide variety of them did. They did seem forced, and a lot of my friends would say, give him a chance, Ayana, take a risk. And I did. I gave him a chance. We started talking, but the conversations just didn't seem there. And what I learned from that is, first of all, if the connection is not there, you shouldn't have to force yourself into something that you know in your heart isn't right for you. I'm not saying Towel was a bad guy, but he just wasn't it for me. And I understand that the spark, the flame in a relationship won't last forever, and you're going to have to constantly work at it to sustain it. But I also do know at the beginning, you should always have a person that you have a connection with. The conversations, I'm not saying you won't be nervous, because that's natural, but the conversation should flow, and you should feel like you want to be yourself around them, and they should accept you for who you are. And you should never feel like you're chasing them, but it should just flow naturally. You guys are both trying to seek each other's presence, and that was not it with Towel. So that is what I learned. Oh, y'all, it was a lot. I learned a lot, and I got way more questions than that. So if y'all want a part 2, comment down below. Give me a big thumbs up. But if you have watched this video, you have experienced life with me, Ayana B. Okay, you've experienced life with me, Ayana B. If you just thought I was getting them golden nuggets, giving you them golden nuggets, please do me a favor and give a big thumbs up. If you just want to have a dialogue with me, you know, you already know the drill. Email me at ytlifewithayanaB@gmail.com, because I don't have a social media. Or go in the comment section and bling the comment section up. And if you just think I'm dope and you want to see more of me all the time every week, then hit the subscribe button. But that is it, guys. Check the description box below for how to contribute to the movement, and I'll see you in the next video.